One ball, two strikes, the pinch hitter Cave. Seawall to strike away. Here he comes. Cave, a fly ball to right field. Over is Carroll. He's got it. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are headed to the World Series. The Diamondbacks have won the National League pennant. And the Fall Classic will return to the...
He's 9 years old. He's crazy about baseball. He's Brendan Moran.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the World Series edition of the Brendan Moran Show.
Season 2, episode 18. With our bobblehead still bobbling from last episode. We got the D-backs hat with all of our stuff, like our ring here. Hopefully we can have one more ring right next to it. The 2023 ring.
I was going to ask if you're hoping that they're going to have another ring. Can I ask if you were super excited last night?
Oh, yeah, I was really excited.
We're going to start out with some video of you reacting to the final out. That'll be leading off the show.
Yeah, so I forgot what I did last night. I went home. We did a podcast yesterday. And then I went to basketball. We watched a little bit of the game. Once we came home, we started watching the game even more. And I saw it was 4-2 when I got home. And now they won! Oh my gosh, this is insane. I can't believe they actually did it.
Were you super nervous?
Oh, I was really nervous.
Did you think the Phillies were going to win at home?
Kind of.
Yeah, because they've had a pretty good record, and they have a lot of really loud fans, and it's an environment where they've been able to win a lot of games.
We got to lock my iPad because my iPad's at 3%. Sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's a tragedy.
Yes.
So you are one of the few people that had faith in the Diamondbacks the entire season.
I was about to say something.
Okay, go ahead. It's your show.
That, I hope by the end of next year, we can have 1,000 subscribers.
That'd be really cool.
And that will only be possible if we can get MLB The Show to the channel. Put down in the comments if you think that my show would be way better if we get MLB The Show.
Well, one of the things I did want to talk about this episode is we set up a Patreon channel where people can support the show. And we've got different levels of supporters, and they go along with the baseball theme. So we have single, double, triple, home run, and grand slam supporters, all different levels, different amounts of money that you can contribute to the show so that we can make it better. And do what you feel comfortable with. And our supporters will be either shown or mentioned at the end of every episode. So we'll have the link to the Patreon episode in the description.
We should start making merch.
Yeah, merch would be cool too, but we've got to get some newer equipment. Try and keep up with the present technology.
Yeah, we need like one of those new like microphone things like that you saw me earlier. That you showed.
Yeah, that would be great.
Really good.
Yeah,
so expensive.
Yeah, that's the problem with technology.
Yeah, sad. Okay, but at least the Diamondbacks made it to the World Series.
Do you want to make a prediction? How many games will they win in?
Don't know if it's going to be possible, but I hope they can at least win 4-2 the series.
So you're predicting World Series victory in 6 games?
Yes.
I was going to say 5. I have a good feeling that they can get. I mean, they're hot right now, and I think they can stay hot.
1 second.
And my only concern is Jordan Montgomery.
Well, my only concern is Max Scherzer, Corey Seager, Marcus Semien. They're basically their entire lineup.
Okay, maybe Semien. He could, definitely offer some opposition, but Jordan Montgomery is the only one I'm really worried about.
How do you control my? Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got a game starting Friday, game 1, and then Saturday we have another game. And I don't know. That's okay. There we go. And is it going to be like 2 Texas, 3 Arizona?
Correct. 2 back in Texas.
So basically like what happened for the NLCS.
Correct.
Got it. And now they're in the World Series. Let's go.
Dude, it was a crazy sight last night to see those guys celebrating in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think they celebrated more when they won the NLDS than they celebrated when they won the NLCS.
Yeah, I was expecting them to be a little bit crazier, but I think they realized that, they're on a roll.
Yep. Starting for game 1 is, oh my gosh, they actually did something for good. We got the right-handed pitcher, number 23, the scoreless inning, 44.1, Zach Gallen.
You got to go with Zach Gallen for game 1 starter.
Nathan
Eovaldi.
I have a friend named Nathan. And guess what? My number is 17 for football, but it's not really that. But
So I would assume they're going to go game 2, Merrill Kelly. Do you think Brandon Fod for game 3?
Let me just check.
And let's just talk about Brandon Fod, man.
I mean, he's insane.
Nerves of steel. He's got ice water running through his veins. 2 great starts in this series.
The 3 things I want here to add to my bobblehead collection. Of course, we need the... I forgot. Oh, yeah, Brandon Fott. We were just talking about him. Why can't I remember his name?
Do they even have a bobblehead for him?
Maybe. Maybe not.
They should after this series.
They need a Brandon Fod. It's if they win the World Series. We need another ring, of course. And then... there's one last thing.
Tyler Gilbert?
Oh, yeah, right. The Tyler Gilbert. How can we forget him?
You've only been talking about that for months.
Yeah, I know. It's not like, yeah, of course. We really need the bobblehead. It's actually like an insane bobblehead.
I would agree. You should get working on that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah.
Have you saved up any money for it?
Where do you think we can get him?
Well,
I'm talking about, like, who will get him? Interesting. Just giving some hints to you back there,
I already got you the Zach Allen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm only allowed to get you 1 bobblehead a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like a law?
Yeah, they passed a law in Congress.
That's not fair. Then, but that won't be constitutional because that won't be fair to me and like the Declaration of Independence and like all that and like
What does the Declaration of Independence have to do with bobbleheads?
I mean the Constitution. It's like in the Constitution, like everyone is like even. I guess something like that. Is it like that? I think it is.
Said we the people have the right to have all the bobbleheads that we want.
Yep.
That's why we declared independence from England because they wanted to tax our bobbleheads.
Yep, that's totally why.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I learned in school. Remind me to call your teacher and find out what they're teaching you.
You would call Miss Gallen because she mostly did that, which was kind of annoying. But okay, whatever. Okay, and I don't really know what else to talk about except for they're insane. They're so good at baseball. They're probably like the best team right now, except for the Rangers because they kind of just wrecked it. I kind of wanted them to play the Astros.
Were you surprised they beat the Astros?
No.
I was glad that they did, because one, I don't like the Astros, and 2, I wanted to see a different team in there. And I just felt like
mostly because you didn't mostly because you don't like the Astros.
Yeah, mostly because I don't like the Astros. But I also thought they had a similar story to the Diamondbacks, where over 100 losses just 2 seasons ago, and then were able to build back the team. And then I've seen Bruce Bochy probably coach, I don't know, probably close to 100 games.
Who's Bruce Bochy? I got it.
He's the manager of the Rangers, but he used to manage the San Diego Padres.
Just 1 second.
And back when I was single and could go to, as many baseball games as I wanted.
I'm trying to ask Siri something. Hey Siri, how many games did the Diamondbacks win last year? I just had to ask how many games. Bro. Did they just say they went 199 and 8 and 210 and 211? What? Okay. You know what? I really don't care.
Are you trying to find it? Because I can look it up.
Yeah, that would be better if you look it up. And looks like we just hit 4:59 p.m. Wow. Celebrate. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Okay, we are going to do one wheel spin to see. Okay, I'm going to try and name as many players as I can while he waits so we can just do something entertaining. Okay, the wheel is spinning. The wheel is spinning, and we land on...
So they were 74 and 88. They won exactly 10 more games in the regular season this year.
They were 74 and 8. That's insane. They actually like 10 games though. Well, I can't believe I only got it off by 1.
Yeah, you were really close.
I should be one of those guys who guesses.
Maybe we should send you to Vegas and you can start working for the casinos, for the sports book.
Oh yeah.
You can make the odds.
So I just kind of, you know how I said I was going to guess, but we already did the Phillies like last episode. So let's try and get a new team we haven't, like the Yankees, but like, we'll skip the... Oh, Dodgers. Nice.
What are we doing?
You didn't hear me? Like,
I thought you were talking about the World Series.
we got the Los Angeles Dodgers here that they absolutely obliterated in the World Series.
Say that again.
Obliterated.
Obliterated.
Obliterated. It's like a difference in the word. I don't think it matters how I pronounced it.
I just thought it was...
Los Angeles Dodgers.
Thought it was cute.
We got Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Chris Taylor, right?
What are we trying to do?
Mookie Betts, Will Smith. I already said him. Clayton Kershaw. Forgot their other pitcher. And what are you pointing at?
You have a current Dodger up there.
Oh yeah, David Peralta. It just because like he's there and like he deserves to. They would have been way better, but I kind of feel like, sorry David Peralta, but I think Lourdes is kind of better.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say, but you're still my favorite player.
Oh, that's nice.
Like favorite player. Well, I have a ton of favorite players.
He was like the first Diamondbacks that you really knew,
Yeah.
right?
He was. You know how did I ever say how I picked him by my favorite player?
No.
He was either 2021 cards. I just looked out to the Diamondbacks, seen who had the best average. No, that doesn't make sense.
You saw?
I looked through the cards to see who had the best average, and you know who did?
David Peralta. Oh, okay.
So that's how he became my favorite player.
So you were doing your research?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting the way you became a Diamondbacks fan and then you started really learning about the team.
Yeah. Now I can name their entire starting lineup. Should I do it?
If you want to.
Okay, we got the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Yeah. Did you know that what's his name? What was their old catcher?
Carson Kelly?
Carson Kelly. He was probably one of my favorite catchers.
Yeah, he was good.
He moved to the Tigers, I think, right?
No, he was traded.
Traded.
I think he was released and then got picked up by the Tigers.
And then we also got and then their best starting pitcher should have been Madison Bumgarner, but he absolutely flopped the season he got traded.
They're still paying him $23 million,
Really?
and he's not even playing.
Wow. Why don't they just kick him off the team so they can get
They
one
did.
extra
They
spot?
got rid of him, but he has a signed contract, so they have to pay him.
Why don't they just I don't know, like put him on waivers or something?
They did. They released him.
Why don't they just send him?
I don't know if they released him or designated him for assignment, but either way, he's not playing baseball.
Zach Allen. Wait, didn't you say that he told their
Yeah,
Phillies?
he told Bochy that he was ready to pitch in a Game 7 if they needed him.
But isn't he on the?
He's still under
Diamondbacks
contract to the
team?
Diamondbacks, so I don't know that he would be able to do that.
Wouldn't he get,
but
like,
if he was released, then I guess he could. But I think I don't think he was released. I think he's still contractually obligated.
Wouldn't he be suspended if he did that? Probably.
He wouldn't be allowed to do it.
So
Okay, who's first baseman?
Christian Walker.
Second baseman.
Ketel Marte.
Shortstop.
Either mostly Perdomo, but sometimes Jordan Lawler.
Okay, third base.
Manuel Rivera.
Oh, and who's the old man they throw in there?
Oh yeah.
The guy that was celebrating with his shirt off, pouring beer on himself.
We don't really talk about him. I'm kind of like stalling right now because I forgot his name.
Evan.
Evan Longoria. He's
Left field.
He's one of my favorite YouTubers' favorite player. I told that a few episodes ago.
Left field.
Well, we have a few. You know, like they switch out, but mostly Lourdes Gurriel.
Center field.
I mean,
Who mostly plays?
Probably gonna say Alex Thomas.
Alec Thomas, yeah. And then right field, Rookie of the Year.
Corbin Carroll or Tommy Pham, really.
Yeah.
But mostly Corbin Carroll, I'd say.
And then designated hitter.
This is I haven't really. Just put down in the comments if you actually like studied their designated hitter. If you honestly do that, does anyone actually do that? Who's their designated hitter?
Well, they switch it around. Sometimes it's Tommy Pham. Sometimes it's Manuel Rivera. It really depends who's not playing. Sometimes it's Alec Thomas.
They say Evan Longoria is really good at hitting. Every time he got like, if he was in MLB, he got like 0 clutch, man. He's like got second and third, strikes out. People bases loaded, strikes out. He really just sells the clip. But I still like him because he's Diamondback.
He probably saved that NLDS series.
How?
The wild card series against the Brewers, when they had one that was gonna drop down for a hit. It was a line drive. He jumps up at third base and makes the catch.
Well, I mean, he's a really good defender, but I'm talking about offense.
Yeah, it could be a little better.
I really like his defense, though.
Yeah, he's good at third base.
He also kind of looks like Nick Ahmed.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know what they did with Nick Ahmed. Did they Did he put them in AAA or something?
No, because I think his contract, he could not be sent down to the minors.
Why don't they just send Madison Bumgarner down to the minors?
Because I'm fairly certain his contract also said he could not be sent to the minors.
That's probably because they thought he was going to be really good.
He was really good, but just like everybody else, he got older and his skills diminished.
They should have got him earlier. I mean, if they had Madison Bumgarner...
Oh, the Giants had him. He was dominant with the Giants.
If Madison Bumgarner and Zach Allen were to pitching, both in Madison Bumgarner was really good, they would have had really good pitching people. And Merrill Kelly, and then Brandon Pfaadt. So it'd be 4 straight guys that are just super good, and then they just have that 5th guy, who they don't know who that guy is. But usually they would have 4. They bring another guy up. In the World Series, they only have 3 pitchers really that they use.
It worked for them.
And they also have Kevin. What's their relief pitcher? Kevin Ginkel. Kevin Ginkel.
Oh yeah, he's their setup guy in the 8th inning. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then Mantiply's been good.
And then
Paul Sewald.
yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was.
Saul Frank was the only one that got a little roughed up last night. He gave up 2 walks.
I was gonna say that. Is he the one who has Zach Allen hair?
Yeah, he's got the Zach Allen hair, and he doesn't have much time in the majors, so nerves might have got to him.
Just that. What was I gonna say? I didn't really like Paulie Sewald. I didn't think he was good when first game closing.
Yeah, I think you said he sucked in the first episode after he came on the team.
Yeah, because he probably just didn't have experience.
Well, he had a lot of experience, but you're not going to win every game.
Yeah.
And
That's the only game I saw him give up.
Yeah, he's been really good since then. Hopefully he keeps it up.
Yeah. Hopefully he can close some games. And I think one last thing. Go Diamondbacks. They got to win the World Series. If they win, I hope I can get can we get 200 likes on this video? We need that would be really great if we could get 200 likes. And before we log off, who is better on the Diamondbacks? Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Who do you think's better? But David Peralta or Lourdes Gurriel Jr.? logging off. This is Brendan Moran. Go Diamondbacks.
Make sure you check out the description. Support the show on Patreon.
So then we can get merchandise. Bye-bye.